What's going on YouTube? This is Dark Lord Destro making a video. Right now I'm playing a little bit of Dungeon Siege 3. It was one of those games that I had saved on my hard drive for the longest time. You know, Xbox give out those free games. You just download them for the hell of them. And I was just messing around for a little bit and decided to record some footage. It's kind of like, man, I hadn't played these type of role-playing games in a long time. I remember back in the day when it came to like Phantasy Star games for the Sega, Dragon Warrior for the old Nintendo, Final Fantasy, all the type of games. I was on it, but you know, it's like now, I don't know. I don't have the patience for these type of games, but I'm just gonna mess with it anyway for a little while. But regardless of all that, what I want to talk about is the future of PC gaming, or the future of what I'm gonna do actually. And you know, as I've said before, I used to own an Xbox One. I had it. I purchased one March of 2015. I owned it for 6 months and I sold it. And the reason being was because I had no use for it. You know, I had 3 or 4 or 5 games for it. I played them, but I felt that I was like I felt obligated to play them because I had this system and I wasn't utilizing it properly. I'm using the system to watch Twitch feeds, watch SFL games, instead of using it to, you know, play games. I had Destiny, I had Killer Instinct, Forza 5, Dragon Age, Inquisition, and Shadows of Mordor. Now, I did beat Shadows of Mordor. I did do some designs with Forza 5. I tried that Dragon Age Inquisition. I wasn't feeling that at all. And I had Destiny, but I had Destiny for 360. The only reason why I had it for Xbox One, so I can jump back and forth, and it still kept my stats. So that was a good thing. But regardless of all that, decided I'm gonna go ahead and just invest in a good $1,000 to $1,200 into a computer. Either I'll pay somebody to build it for me, or I might just go back and build it myself. I haven't built a machine from scratch since the late 90s. And I know the basics are probably the same. Obviously, there's a lot of difference. And, you know, it's like, do I have the time to invest in having to, you know, having to, you know, research and then build it up myself, or do I pay someone? At this moment, I've spoken to the SFL's director of player personnel, and you know, he's already told me that he's going to help me out in getting a good system. I don't want to go too powerful. I don't want it less powerful. But my dilemma is that I want something to where if I purchase it now in 2017, I don't want to have to purchase or upgrade this machine for a while. I'm talking about good 2, 3, 4 years. I understand technology gets better throughout the years, but my primary goal is to stream games and then make videos and potentially play computer games, you know, PC gaming later on down the road. And that's not my priority right now, but I want to have it set to where if I do decide to play PC games and to stream them and to record them and put them on YouTube, I want to have the capabilities to do so and not have to worry about, oh, I just dropped all this money for a machine. Now I have to drop more money because the machine can't stream at a certain quality. It can't record at a certain quality. It can't do both. It can't play the game and stream or record. I don't want to deal with that. I want to have it set to where I can do all those things with ease, no issues. And so that's where I'm at. So I have no interest in buying these new systems. I'm looking at some of the games, and maybe because I'm jaded, maybe all Pro Football 2K's got me jaded, but I have no interest in playing any of these games. And I think I'm going to have to be that way to build my channel to get more of a fan base. But, you know, it's just a lot of these games now, it's kind of hard to explain. Like guys who are my age, who grew up in the 80s and the 90s, we can tell you how games back then were harder than they are now. And I don't know if it's because you're smarter, you're older. I don't know. I don't know what the case is. Maybe y'all can determine what this case is. It's that it seemed like back in those days, games were harder. they didn't tell you what to do step by step. You had to figure it out on your own. You had to do things on your own. You know, you had to find out, okay, I remember in Zelda you had to burn some particular bush. I don't remember anybody telling me that. You just found it, you know, on luck, on chance. You know, I remember back in the Sega Genesis days, Phantasy Star 2 had this real thick manual that came with it, and you occasionally look at it, but for the most part, you had to put in your own work. The same with the first Phantasy Star for the Sega Master System, Dragon Warrior for Nintendo, Final Fantasy for Nintendo. You had to put in your own work. Nowadays, I use a good example, Mass Effect. Yeah, it's a great role-playing game, great storyline, but they tell you step by step on what to do and where to go. So it's like, is this really a, how can I say this? It's like Corky told me. He said games now are more interactive. You know, it's not about, you know, trying to discover things on your own. It's all about just being interactive. I think a good example is the Metal Gear games. And so they're like movies. But yeah, like I said, it's not a long video. I just want to talk about how I decided I'm going to go into video gaming. I want to be able to, you know, record, make videos, stream all pro football with the Hodgepodge and the Xbox 360, and still potentially down the road be able to, lost my train of thought, I'm sorry, be able to have all the powerful tools that I need, but also just go ahead and just play PC gaming if I need to. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.